Greetings Highlanders fans, and welcome to GoHighlanders.com's coverage of the 2013 UC Riverside softball team. The preseason is in full swing, and the season opener is quickly approaching, so we sat down with first-year head coach Linda Garza to get her take on the upcoming season. Coach, welcome to your first ever video interview on GoHighlanders.com. You were hired this past summer as a new head softball coach. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Well, I'm super excited to be part of the Highlanders. It's been a great 6 months. We've been really hitting things strong, the recruiting. And to kind of share a little bit more about myself, I was fortunate enough to play West. I played at University of Nevada, Las Vegas. From there, I went on to the University of Arkansas, coached there for 2 years. Went on to the University of Tulsa, worked there for a year, then went on to Purdue, helped build the program there. We went to 2 NCAA tournaments. Then decided to take my own venture off, try the head coaching, and was able to go to Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio, where we were able to set some offensive records and, more importantly, win the conference championship in the tournament, go to NCAA play. Then I got a phone call that finally back west. I'm a West Coast girl, and when I had the opportunity to get back to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo and get about 2 hours from home, I jumped at the opportunity. So I became the associate head coach at Cal Poly. So I'm definitely familiar with the Big West and the competition. Super excited. I wanted to be a head coach back west when, again, Riverside now opened up. It was definitely the right fit. It's been the right fit, and I'm really excited to get this thing started.
What are some of your goals for the first year?
For us, we've been very fortunate as a staff. We've inherited a talented group. We definitely are thin in some ways in regards to depth in certain positions. Offensively, we are one of the top hitting teams, in my opinion, in our conference. We can put some runs on the board, we can steal some bases. So for us, it's going to be about creating an offense, and more importantly, our goal throughout the entire season will always be score one more run than their opponent.
That's a good philosophy there, Coach. Why don't you tell us about your new assistant coaches and what they're going to bring to the program this year?
Well, first off, I'd like to kind of start off as I am incredibly blessed, and I couldn't have asked for a better staff, especially going into my first year here at UCR. First off, my top assistant coach is Jody Cox. She comes from us from Occidental. She was the head coach there for about 5 years. Prior to that, she was at Northridge and at Syracuse, and Jody is most well known for her pitching and what she has done in the circle and on the field. She was a former Big West Player of the Year, as well as Pitcher of the Year and All-American, and more importantly, she's going to be heading our bullpen, working with our pitchers and catchers, and helping us take those next strides into making us a contender for the Big West. And then I would like to introduce my next assistant, which is Ches Severs. Ches Severs has been absolutely instrumental with our offense right now. Her and Morgan Stewart, who I will touch on later. Ches comes from the University of Texas. She just volunteered. She also worked at Fullerton. But more importantly, what Ches brings is a great philosophy. She keeps hitting simple. Our kids have responded to it. We've seen strides, especially with our freshmen, and moving towards the offensive team that we want to be and growing that part of the game. So she has been incredibly instrumental with the offensive side as well as our defensive side. And then lastly, our volunteer coach comes from Riverside, Morgan Stewart. She played for the University of Washington, where she was part of their national championship. More importantly, she's young, she's fresh, and she allows our athletes to see what it's like to get it done, because she can flat out get out there and do it. So they get to see not only how it's supposed to look, but they need to feel the energy of what a champion's about, and she's a proven winner.
So before we talk about the 2013 season, let's look back at 2012. UC Riverside set Division I program records with 25 overall wins and 8 victories in conference play. Even though you weren't here last year, what do you think that the returners will take from last season into this one?
You know what? They know it can be done. Whenever you set any sort of records, what basically you build is that sort of confidence to build off of, and you start building a foundation. And for us is to just take those successes that they had last year and build upon them. To go ahead and win the amount of games that they won last year. Our job and my programs, and more importantly my staff's job, is to build upon that foundation and to take it to the next level. For us to be able to compete in the conference and compete for a championship, we have to get better with all of those areas. So although they're program greats, program highlights, for us to be at the top of the conference, we're going to continuously have to build upon those.
7 seniors graduated from last year's class, including 3-time All-Big West Conference selection Brittany Keeney. 4 other all-conference performers returned this season, however, in Kayla White, Alexis Pickett, Ariel Shore, and Kaylee Atkinson. What are your expectations of these players heading into the year?
You know, I think you never really replace players of that stature. Brittany, Vassar, any of those type of athletes, honestly, you don't replace. What you just try to do is you try to fill the gaps of which they brought, and you try to fill the gaps with the new kids that you have, and hopefully build the athletes that are now upperclassmen and get them to play at a different level. So for us, we are fortunate enough to have some great leadership. Kayla White, Ariel Shore, Dion, Kaylee, with Alexis. All of the athletes that have been there and kind of have done that, we're going to have to use those athletes to kind of help couple that with our freshmen who are somewhat green behind the ears, but more importantly, our young classmen, they know how to win. So we're going to combine those together with those experience, with that success, and we're going to kind of build upon that, and we're really looking forward to our upperclassmen kind of paving the way, but more importantly, our freshmen adding to that and kind of go through this journey together.
And talk about any other key returners that you see from last year's team and who you think can make an impact this year.
You know, Dion Anderson has definitely made a lot of strides for us. Kayla White and Ariel will always be somebody that we can count on who have been there and have a lot of games under the belt. But I have seen Dion progress in the last few months, offensively, defensively. That's going to be key for us. We have a new pitcher that's on staff. A lot of our freshmen, Alyssa Razzo, is a transfer, a mid-year transfer. She comes in knowing how to win at the college level right now. She's been very successful at the JUCO level. She took a chance. She came mid-year. That's going to be instrumental for us to be successful. And we have a lot of key freshmen right now that Ashley Urcolano will be in the circle helping us. We have Sophie Slagle, Taylor Alvarez that will be able to help us. But again, I can't reiterate it, how important this freshman class is and how valuable their experience in winning at the travel ball level is going to take us into the next level here at UCR.
Now, your 2013 non-conference schedule is filled with opponents who reached postseason play 1 year ago, including Washington and Arizona, among others. Talk a little bit about the difficulty of the schedule and how it's going to prepare you for Big West play.
You know, we have a good balance. We open up at Fresno State this year. We play Southern Miss, and then I believe we move on to Fresno State and have a few other opponents there. That's going to be a good balance to kind of kick us off, and then we head to San Diego State, where we're going to play the best of the best. At the end of the day, what I tell our kids is the game doesn't know who's supposed to win, but more importantly, if we want to be where we're trying to go, anywhere, anytime, let's do it. So if we're going to go out there and try and be one of the teams that are among the best, we got to be out there and go compete, and we got to go out and beat them.
Hawaii officially joined the Big West Conference this season, so how does the league look this year with the addition of the Rainbow Wahine, and where do you see the Highlanders fitting in?
You know what? When you add Hawaii, you just add to the spice of the conference. More importantly, they're just kind of that ingredient that brings a little bit more to the element to the puzzle in regards to that they have a great offense. They have some tradition that has had success. And you know what? We're going to take advantage of that. As a conference, that's what you want. You want your strong conference to be competitive. You want it to be challenging. And more importantly, I love that they are in it because it allows our athletes to go against the best. And more importantly, we have that opportunity to go out there and beat them.
So, Coach, if first pitch is 15 minutes from now, what are we going to look for from the Highlanders?
You know what? More importantly is I want you guys out there watching this. I want you to be in the stands and watch it live because it's going to be a fun place to come and watch some games. More importantly, we're going to offensively be able to get things done. Put some runs across the board. We're going to be able to steal some bases, and you're going to enjoy watching the passion and enthusiasm that our athletes have when they step on and off the field. It's a new generation right now. We're trying to build a foundation. We're ready to build some champions, and more importantly, we need those of you on the other side of the screen right now to come out, watch us, and help watch us, really build something special and be a part of it.
Well, great. Thanks so much for your time, Coach, and good luck throughout the 2013 season.
Thanks. Go Highlanders.